Alright, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the video is Theodore Roosevelt versus Winston Churchill. Listen, if you are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? This one actually makes sense in my head, right? Because they're both world leaders at around kind of the same time, right? So, dudes, lyrics to the left of me, just in case we need them in long form. But alright, let's go and check it out. Get it.
Bully a challenge, I love competition.
Bully a challenge, I love competition. He does. He did like the concept of competition because he was like a monopoly buster at the time. Let's get it.
Bully a challenge, I love competition. Now where would I mount the stuffed head of a Winston?
Where would I mount this stuffed head of a Winston? Mount. He is on Mount Rushmore. His head is on Mount Rushmore. So, also, he was like an advocate for like outdoorsmanship type of thing, right? So he was like a hunter. So he would have known how to mount a stuffed head of sorts.
I love competition. Now where would I mount the stuffed head of a Winston? I'm into fitness, digging digits through an isthmus.
I'm into fitness. Theodore Roosevelt was only into fitness because of his childhood. He was like a sickly child, right? Extremely skinny and like severely asthmatic. So he thought that by increasing his physical abilities, right, he could escape that, right? He said something about an anismus.
Stuffed head of a Winston. I'm into fitness, digging ditches through an
anismus. The digging ditches through an anismus. Anismus is a like a small, thin type of narrow piece of land, kinda, right? Oh no, it is that, but with ocean on both sides, or sea on both sides. So he's referring to the Panama Canal, right? Digging ditches through an anismus, which was the Panama Canal.
Would I mount the stuffed head of a Winston? I'm into fitness, digging ditches through an isthmus, rough riding down a Cuba line. What's up, bitch?
Rough Riding. He was part of the Rough Riders. This was a like a cavalry, like a volunteer cavalry of sorts, that he was a part of. I think it was a Battle of San Juan, and after the Battle of San Juan, he became part of the Rough Riders towards Cuba, I think. Something to do with Cuba, if I recall properly. The Spanish-American War, I think it was. Something in that range of things. Let's get it.
Fitness digging ditches through an isthmus, rough riding down a Cuba line. What's up, bitches? I keep my rhymes pure like my food and drugs.
Oh, the Food and Drug Act. He was part of that.
What's up, bitches? I keep my rhymes pure like my food and drugs. I'm an American stud.
He's an American stud, because this is where we go back to that fitness aspect, right? He had to do that, right? Mentally. So yeah, he turned himself into a stud. He was a boxer of sorts. He just was this super physical fitness type of guy.
Bitches! I keep my rhymes pure like my food and drugs. I'm an American stud. And you're the British Elmer Fudd.
The British Elmer Fudd.
Rhymes pure like my food and drugs. I'm an American stud. And you're the British Elmer Fudd.
Right.
For Christ's sake, look at that mug. At least grow
For Christ's sake, look at his face, right?
a spruce mustache.
At least grow a spruce mustache. I think maybe cool, maybe a dope, something dope or cool, right? Yeah, grow a mustache. I get, because you know. Okay, hold on. He's pointing out the fact that that Churchill was like bald or like at the end of his life, or most of his, not most of his life. Let's say half of his life he was bald, right? He had no hair in his face. He just was without hair. So he's basically pointing out the fact that he could grow hair, but Churchill could not, right? Let's continue.
Elmer Fudd, for Christ's sake, look at that mug. At least grow a spruce mustache and cover part of it up. And let's face it, you're not all that great.
Let's face it. No, that's kind of the look the image on the screen right now is kind of the look that Roosevelt gives on Mount Rushmore. It's interesting. Let's face it, right? He's just making fun of his looks.
Bruce mustache and cover part of it up. And let's face it, you're not all that great. You tossed away lives in Gallipoli like they were scraps off your plate.
He's calling him fat now. Scraps off the plate. Lives in Gallipoli. Yeah, kind of. He said, I think Churchill said something about how there were... Well, let's start over. He's mainly referring to the Gallipoli campaign. That was, I think it was against the Ottomans, right? And what he's pointing out here is Churchill had stated that there would be like the price would be so heavy to pay if they were to go into basically Gallipoli. Gallipoli is on the European side of Turkey, right?
All that great. You tossed away
so that's what he's saying.
Like there were scraps off your plate. Your whole miserable country is the size of one state.
Your whole miserable country is the size of one state. Yeah, our states are huge. Our country's huge. Come on.
Like there were scraps off your plate. Your whole miserable country is the size of one state.
He's just basically also at the same time he's saying, we're bigger than you. Stop talking, type of thing, right?
See my way to running that without your whole miserable country is the size of one state.
Oh, he's saying no. The UK is definitely bigger than Alabama. They're trying to say it's the size of Alabama. It's definitely not. It maybe I don't know, Colorado, maybe Wyoming, somewhere in there, maybe.
See my way to running that without donning my pince nez.
Without donning my pince nez. The pince nez is basically their glasses, but they're not connected to the ear. They're just connected to the bridge of the nose.
Is the size of one state. See my way to running that without donning my pince nez.
And he actually wore these as fashion. Well, he needed them obviously, but like he chose to wear those because it completed his look, the look that he was looking to achieve.
Go toe to toe with me, you bloated drunk old man.
Don't go toe to toe. He's basically pointing out the fact that he was a boxer. Like when you go toe to toe with a boxer, he's also now calling him a bloated, drunk old man. Churchill was an alcoholic. Period. He was. He's calling him old man, bloated. He's also calling him fat.
Craps off your plate. Your whole miserable country is the size of one state. See my way to running that without donning my pince nez. Go toe to toe with me, you bloated drunk old man. Why don't you do-si-do on over to a 12-step program?
Do-si-do. I think it was a dance or something. I know. We basically. We took the concept of do-si-do from like French, I think, right? And I think in French it means like back to back or something like that. But why don't you come over to me or dance towards me, maybe? Dance towards a 12-step program. 12-step program is something for alcoholics. So he's calling him a drunk, basically.
You bloated drunk old man! Why don't you do-si-do on over to a 12-step program? Bust a trust fund lush with my American muscle!
I bust a trust fund lush. He didn't like trust funds. He hated the concept of someone coming out bigger just because of how they were born. He was born to a noble family, Winston Churchill. So yeah, he would have had a trust fund. Lush is an alcoholic. So let's continue.
Go on over to a 12-step program. Bust a trust fund lush with my American muscle. So walk softly over here and give my big stick a suckle.
So walk softly over here and give my big stick a suckle. Walk softly. I think he had a quote somewhere, something similar to that, like speak softly and carry a big stick. It's a concept of being normal, being exactly who you are, but just be fully aware. I have a big stick, okay? I will accost you thoroughly with it, right? But I think it's also like maybe a double. Let me see, a double. Yeah, walk softly over here, give my big, okay, he's talking about his genitalia, a suckle, right? Then also at the same time, he's referring to the might of the American army, potentially, right? Like, walk, you can come over here if you want, but just you're gonna lose, bro, right? American military.
With my American muscle, so walk softly over here and give my big stick a suckle. Pass me a cigar and a large glass of brandy.
He smoked and drank for his entire life, guys.
I'm about to take you out prematurely, like your family.
Oh no, okay. Of course, it had to come sometime, guys. Yeah, Roosevelt's family, his mother died on the day I think his wife died. Am I confusing their lineage? Basically, the mother and father both died really young. So they died prematurely, right?
And a large glass of brandy. I'm about to take you out prematurely, like your family.
I'm about to take you out prematurely, like your family. There was also an assassination attempt on Roosevelt. A super interesting story about that assassination attempt, right? Attempt, keep that in mind. He was like, he got shot and then was like, well, I have to give a speech. Strength, guys.
And a large glass of brandy. I'm about to take you out prematurely, like your family. I am the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Fresh in a hat and dinner jacket.
Fresh in a hat and dinner jacket, a tuxedo.
Take you out prematurely, like your family. I am the Prime Minister. Fresh in a hat and dinner jacket. You look like a mix of Epic Lloyd and a Pringles packet.
Epic Lloyd? No, he is Epic. Oh my. Okay, no. This can't happen, guys. All right. This is not, listen, no fourth wall breaking, okay? This is too much for me, guys, mentally. The actor playing Theodore Roosevelt is Epic Lloyd, guys. And then also at the same time, the Pringles guy has a mustache, so he's basically saying Epic Lloyd with a mustache. All right.
Fresh in a hat and dinner jacket. You look like a mix of Epic Lloyd and a Pringles packet. I was saving the planet from an axis of darkness.
The axis of power. Germany, Italy, and Japan. The Kingdom of Japan. Yeah, he did that.
Epic Lloyd and a Pringles packet. I was saving the planet from an axis of darkness while you were back home opening national parks.
Yes. Because it didn't affect America. Didn't affect America deeply, at that moment, at least.
Saving the planet from an axis of darkness while you were back home opening national parks. You were born asthmatic, you're going to choke hard.
You're born asthmatic, you're gonna choke hard. That's easy.
Home opening national parks. You were born asthmatic, you're going to choke hard while I wake up every day and chain smoke cigars.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's saying this, he's a bigger man, basically. He has bigger lungs. He has bigger lung capacity. Okay.
I think you're going to choke hard while I wake up every day and chain smoke cigars. I'll fight you on the beaches. I'll fight you on the beach.
I'll fight you on the beaches. Wait a second. We will fight you. I think that was a. Hold on. I definitely think that was a quote or something from one of his speeches. We will fight you on the beaches. Sounds like it, at least.
Day and chain smoke cigar. I'll fight you on the beaches. I'll fight you on the beaches. Anyway you want to fight, I'll fight you and I'll beat you. See, I might be battling you even though I'm toasted, but tomorrow I'll...
Wait, I might be battling you even though I'm toasted. Yeah, because he's drunk.
Fight you and I'll beat you. See, I might be battling you even though I'm toasted, but tomorrow I'll be sober and you'll still be roasted.
Tomorrow I'll be sober and you'll still be roasted. To roast somebody is to basically just absolutely destroy them verbally, right? You're roasting someone. But that exact phrase was another quote, it seems. He was arguing basically, no, a woman was like, Churchill, you're drunk, right? But better yet, you're disgustingly drunk, right? And then he then responded to her and was like, you are ugly. Matter of fact, you are disgustingly ugly. But tomorrow, I'm going to be sober. And you're still going to be disgustingly ugly. He roasted this woman. He did that. All right. So, yeah.
Tackling you even though I'm toasted, but tomorrow
that's a dope
I'll
reference.
Be sober and you'll still be roasted. My parents died when they were young and it was morbid. But
yeah, like in their 40s. I think like 46 and 48. But I also think his wife died the day his mother died also.
At least they didn't ditch me.
Or am I confused? I feel like I'm... Guys, I think it may be Churchill's family. I don't know, one of them, guys. don't mind me on that instance.
My parents died when they were young and it was morbid, but at least they didn't ditch me when they were alive like yours did.
Yeah, Churchill's family really did not really have anything to do with him, right? At all. They didn't. The father wanted nothing to do with him, and I think the mother he was able to reunite with, but the mother was kind of like his sister more so than the mother, in his eyes at least.
When they were young and it was morbid, but at least they didn't ditch me when they were alive like yours did. Oh shit, World War II soon.
World War II soon. Is that... Oh, was that too soon? World War II soon. Also, at the same time, the Churchill was not ready for World War II to happen, guys. He was not.
At least they didn't ditch me when they were alive like yours did. Oh shit, World War II soon. Well, Teddy's dropping bombs, so you best go hiding you too.
Wait, hold on. This image that's on the screen currently behind Teddy, right, is a really similar, famous image of Teddy Roosevelt, basically during his like when he was trying to campaign. Let's continue.
World War II soon. Well, Teddy is dropping bombs, so you best go hide in your tube.
Go hide in your tube. The tube in the UK is like a train. It's underground, so maybe it's like if someone is dropping, you know, you're gonna hide in your tube. Maybe hide in your underground bunker potentially. All right, let's continue.
World War II soon. Well, Teddy is dropping bombs, so you best go hide in your tube. You should be ashamed of your military honor.
You should be ashamed of your military honor. What? Maybe I think it may have something to do with World War I potentially, but I don't think that much shame should be brought to him. I don't know. Let's continue.
You best go hide in your tube. You should be ashamed of your military honor. Everyone knows you're back at home, like thank God for Pearl Harbor. Don't.
That may be the winning line, guys. I don't know. Everyone knows you're back at home saying thank God for Pearl Harbor. Listen, again, I'm American. You know, we know Americans, you and I, right? If you're American at least, right? Unfortunately, we generally don't care about what happens outside the country if it doesn't involve us. That may sound absolutely terrible, but it's real. So here's the thing. Before Pearl Harbor, America was just like, here, yeah, we'll help you guys out, allies, right? We'll definitely help you out, whatever you need. We're not sending anything major, but, you know, we'll go ahead and, you know, give you some things that can help you out with your endeavors. But until Pearl Harbor, when the Japanese were like, we see you giving them things, so we're going to attack you. So they attacked, and America was like, oh, really? Oh, really? And then immediately, you know, saved the day, kind of, guys, because they were not winning. They were not winning without American intervention, fortunately. So, yeah. So they were like, thank God for Pearl Harbor.
Of your military honor.
Because we would not have come.
Everyone knows you're back at home, like thank God for Pearl Harbor. Don't worry, the U.S. will give you a pass.
They did give him a pass. They made him an honorary citizen.
You're back at home, like thank God for Pearl Harbor. Don't worry, the U.S. will give you a pass. Just change your poster to keep calm and kiss my cousin's ass.
Change your poster to keep calm. You know all those memes that are out all over the place now, right? They were actually made a really long time ago, right? In his era. And it was supposed to be like, hey, keep the morale high and be like, don't worry, things are going to be okay, right? Carry on. Keep calm and carry on, I think, right? And so he basically changed it to keep calm and kiss my cousins, you know, Franklin, it was now we're talking about Franklin Roosevelt, right? The distant cousin of Theodore Roosevelt, who actually majorly helped the Allies, guys.
Teddy there? I don't think it's very fair for a British bulldog to melee with a teddy bear.
Yeah, the teddy bear is named after Theodore Roosevelt.
I don't think it's very fair.
He's also calling him soft.
British bulldog to melee with a teddy bear. You're no man, you're an overgrown Boy Scout.
I think it was called like a scout citizen, I think. Something like that. Theodore Roosevelt. Yeah, he was an overgrown Boy Scout in a sense.
Dog to melee with a teddy bear. You're no man, you're an overgrown Boy Scout. I should stuff you in a pram just...
I should stuff you in a pram. A pram is like the stroller that he's basically pushing.
So you can throw your toys out.
Just so you can throw your toys out. He's saying that Theodore Roosevelt is angrily delivering his bars, basically, in a way that is not conducive to the mental state currently of Winston Churchill. All right.
You're an overgrown Boy Scout. I should stuff
Basically, he's having a tantrum.
you in a pram just so you can throw your toys out. They put your fat head on a mountain to save face. But if Rushmore was a band, then you'd play bass.
That's a little disrespectful. Is he playing bass? You know, because the concept of someone playing bass, that means they're in the background. They're never really in the front. They're never the star of the band, etc. They don't really get all of the girls. You know what I mean? So, yeah. If Rushmore was a band, you'd be playing the bass. That's a savage bar, bro, but it's not as savage as Teddy right now, guys. Let's continue.
Head on a mountain to save face. But if Rushmore was a band, then you'd play bass. Look at Roosevelt, the dude's about to lose the bout. The Churchill have a bullet to...
Okay, hold on.
And you play bass.
Get it.
Look at Roosevelt, the dude's about to lose the bout.
To lose the bout, lose the boxing match of sorts.
Rushmore was a band, then you play bass. Look at Roosevelt, the dude's about to lose the bout. The Churchill have a bullet to the chest won't stop you. My words will.
Okay, the assassination attempt on Roosevelt was because the guy was scared that he would run for a third term, because there was no amendment to actually stop the concept of running more than twice, right, in place. So technically, if he wanted to run a third term legally, it was definitely available to him, right? So the guy who shot him was scared to death that would actually happen. Okay, and that was a speech, right? If he gives a speech right after he gets shot, before he's even taken to any type of hospital, right? To basically tell people, oh, no, everything is okay, you know, nothing, you know, I'm not gonna die, type of thing.
About to lose the bout. The Churchill have a bullet to the chest won't stop you. My words will.
So he thinks his words are stronger than the bullet that attempted to stop him.
A bullet can't stop the bull move.
A bullet can't stop the bull. That was actually a quote from his speech, or something similar to that. A bullet can't stop a bull moose. You can't stop a bull moose with a bullet, or something like that. All right.
TR will give WC the full deuce. Bullet can't stop the bull moose.
TR. Okay. Theodore Roosevelt will give WC Winston Churchill the full deuce. The full deuce. All right, let's unpack this, guys, because the meanings are kind of all over the place here, guys. WC also stands for like wash closet, right, or bathroom. The full deuce, the full number 2. All right. Also, at the same time, the full deuce, I think it's like this, right? Is very derogatory, or was very derogatory in the UK, right? With your hands like this, and then like this during the war meant victory, right? So yeah, that's what it means, guys. I think those are all the basic meanings to it. Theodore Roosevelt will give WC the full deuce, unless I'm missing something. Let me know if there's another meaning to this, but those are the ones that I can only think of right now, guys. Let's continue.
I'll give WC the full deuce. Whatever shit you throw at me, I'll just return to sender. I'll battle to the end, and I will never surrender. Oh, whoa.
A battle to the end, and I will never surrender. All right, respect. All right, so who won? All right, my opinion. Let's see. I think Teddy Roosevelt had more bars, bro, right? But Churchill came with some factual things also, right? I go for the bars. So we're just going to go ahead and say that Teddy Roosevelt won because I only care about the bars, bro. I love the history. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. I'll absolutely love the concept of, you know, making my mind work so early in the day, right? But in terms of hip hop, I'm going to go ahead and say Teddy Roosevelt won this, bro. He did. he was more passionate about his delivery than Winston Churchill was. Yeah, passion and bars. Oh, you win in my books, bro. Right? But listen, let me know in the comments the next one of these from them I should be listening to, and I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right? And listen, you guys all have an amazing day and enjoy it thoroughly.